bar is positioned elsewhere on your screen. Depending on your computer platform, you may have to move your mouse before it appears. So please take a moment to familiarize yourself with the location of the control bar on your screen. It's really important to remember that all questions will be saved for the Q&A session, which is reserved for the end of the meeting. Due to time constraints, we may not be able to address all questions. So should we run out of time, we will indeed reach out to you offline to ensure that your questions are answered. During the Q&A session, general attendees will have the ability to unmute their microphones if they'd like to speak. But keep in mind, microphone unmuting will not be open to everyone until the Q&A session. So I would also like to remind you that our 2020 annual report was provided to you electronically via email prior to this event. We've also included the file in the chat panel of this meeting platform. So should you encounter any problems accessing the document, let us know. We'll be happy to email you another copy by request following the meeting. And now, without further ado, let's commence the proceedings. At this time, it is my sincere honor to introduce our distinguished board president, Ms. Marianne Bittner. Marianne, you may need to unmute.
I just did, and thank you, Kevin. Good evening, and I'd like to welcome everyone to Lake County Educational Federal Credit Union's 66th annual meeting of our shareholders. And on behalf of the board and staff at the credit union, we would like to thank you for taking time to join us this evening for the meeting. Although our annual meeting is going to be look different this year than any meeting that we've had in the past, we hope that you'll find it informative and valuable. We know that last year has had a great impact on all of us, and one of the priorities has been the safety of the staff and members. That has been really a top priority at the credit union. We hope that this pandemic will soon be a thing of the past and we can continue with brighter days ahead. We miss seeing you in person. The annual meeting is always such a nice time to actually get to see you and visit. But we do appreciate that you are joining us online this evening. You should have all received a copy of the minutes from our 2020 annual meeting. And as Kevin said, the financial report in the packet was also emailed to you. Your participation in the meeting will automatically enter you into a drawing at the end of the meeting. We have a log that is being kept of all members that are in attendance this evening, and I'm happy to say we have outstanding attendance. Credit unions by law specify that 15 members shall constitute a quorum. Based on our attendance this evening, I declare and certify a quorum is present. Since we have achieved a quorum, I will now call the meeting to order at 6:09 p.m. Okay. Presented, we have a list of board members this evening, and all board members are present. At this time, I would like to introduce Father Gregory Heath. He is from Whitefields Anglican Church in Grand River, and he is going to present us with our invocation and Pledge of Allegiance. And thank you, Father Heath, for being with us this evening.
Father, you may need to unmute. So I do apologize. We may have some technical challenges here. We will wait another moment, and if we don't connect, we will give the Pledge of Allegiance. And really appreciate you bearing with us here. So it appears that we'll just go ahead and proceed. And I'm going to take over the Pledge of Allegiance, and then I'll hand it back to you, Marianne. But I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and injustice for all.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. A copy of the 2020 annual meeting minutes were sent to all of you upon your registration by email. We did not receive any corrections, so our minutes are approved as written and presented. A nominating committee was formed last year, and all members received information in their December statement on how to run for the board of directors. We did not receive any nominations, so at this time I will present the current 3 incumbents. We have Jackie Cawley, who is a director. We have Robin Channels, our board secretary, and we have Michael Zalar, who is also a director, and their terms will renew for another 3 years, and they are declared re-elected by acclamation. Next, we are going to have a few words from our CEO, Miranda McConaughey. Miranda?
Thank you, Marianne. I would like to start by thanking the staff, board, and you, the members, for your trust in me as your CEO to keep all of us safe during this global pandemic. The health and safety of all of us is my top priority. "2020 was a challenging year for us. We worked diligently to make sure you, our members, had access to your accounts, to the services you use, while keeping us all safe. The adoption of eDoc, our electronic signature platform, and mobile deposits were 2 technologies that we leveraged during the time and enabled us to still service all your loan and deposit needs without having to come into the branch. 2020 also brought challenges with managing our finances. 75% of our income comes from loan interest. We saw an 11% increase in share deposits. The biggest contributor of this was government stimulus payments. In conjunction, we saw a 5% decrease in loans. If we do not have loan demand, we have to invest excess savings in bank CDs or other investment options, which currently are historically low interest rates. This combination makes it hard to turn a profit. I am happy to announce that we did end the year in the black, but far less than we budgeted for. With another promise of stimulus deposits, some posting this week, we now more than ever need your help for spreading the word to your coworkers and family members about all the benefits of credit union membership. If you are in the market for a new car or trying to take advantage of the low housing interest rates, we ask that you think of us first. You need us and we need you. We ask that you keep your loan business local and do business with us. By keeping your business local, you get the great service you are accustomed to, but you also help your local community. We are rooted in our schools and our local community. Through our partnership with Bonsai last year and this year, we've sponsored 11 school districts and reached over 1,800 students with financial literacy online courses. For many of these school districts and teachers, this was timely with the virtual learning and trying to come up with ways to interact with students online. We give out our own scholarship every year in honor of Dave Burris, who was an integral part of the credit union's past. We opened a student branch in Madison High School 3 years ago, and through this program, we have taught over 1,000 students how to manage a real checking account and instill the importance of cultivating sound money management behaviors. The purpose of this program is to allow young adults to foster financial empowerment. We team up with other credit unions in the area and give away additional scholarships and donate funds to local pantries, food pantries, which in 2020 we raised over $5,000, of which $2,500 went to Lake County and $1,000 went to Cuyahoga County. One of the highlights of this year was our members' census that went out last month. We were overwhelmed by the number of responses. We had more than 250 members take time to tell us what they liked and would like us to do. Here are some quotes from the census we think are worth sharing. You are a wonderful institution that I feel graced to do business with. Thank you for creating such a comfortable atmosphere. I never believed a financial institution could feel this personal. We absolutely love you all. You are like an extended family. I have known most of you for a long, long time. I love the credit union. I'm one of the poorest members, but I'm treated as if I had a very large account. The credit union has been very helpful in every change in my life. Joining was one of the best things I did when I returned to teaching after having kids who learned from you how to manage their finances. All were helped as they made their life choices. Now they are out of the area and financially sound. Thank you all. I've been with the credit union for almost 50 years. Despite frequent out-of-state moves, I've remained with you because of excellent service. I am a lifelong loyalist for good reason. Best loan rates on the planet. I would never bank anywhere else. As you can see from these member quotes, we truly are a credit union family. As I said earlier, we need you and you need us. We do ask that you think of us first for any lending needs, and we are always here to help. This past year has been tough on all of us, and if we can help you save money on interest, we would love the opportunity to try. If you're looking to consolidate credit card debt, our balance transfer promo of 1.99% for 12 months ends on March 31st. Additional agenda items, old business, the name change. As many of you know, in 2019, we announced that we would be changing our name later that summer. In that process, we realized another credit union in Ohio was changing their name to the same thing that we chose. We decided it was best to go back to the drawing board. We had 2 other names picked and had similar issues with trademarks. We've decided to table it with COVID taking precedence. We still feel this is an important project and will pick it back up when time allows. For new business, we have 3 items to discuss. We are constantly looking for new tools that help you, the members, achieve financial security, as well as aid in our mission of delivering financial education. A new service incorporated at the beginning of this year is Sense to Save, which works like a virtual change jar when you make debit card purchases. Each day, it will round up all the debit card purchases to the nearest dollar and transfer the funds to an account of your choice here at the credit union. If you are interested in turning this service on, please contact us. We do have a form that needs to be signed to turn the service on. Other item for new business, scholarships. As many of you know, we are a resource for local scholarships that are available to you and your children as members. We will award one scholarship for $1,000 in honor of Dave Burris, a longtime board member. The deadline for this Burris scholarship is April 16th. We partner with other local credit unions in the area in the Northeast Outreach Alliance, and this group will be awarding 4 scholarships for $1,000 each to any senior or student attending college. If you are a member of a local credit union, your students would be, or your children or grandchildren would be eligible for this scholarship, and the deadline for the Northeast Alliance scholarship is March 31st. Lastly, through our affiliation with the Ohio Credit Union Foundation, our members are eligible to apply for a video scholarship that will award 3 scholarships, a first place of $5,000, a second place of $2,500, and a third place of $1,000. This Ohio Credit Union Foundation scholarship deadline is April 30th. Lastly, our last new business item is announcing that we will be updating our website to give it a more modern appeal, and this update should roll out in June. We are excited about this and hope you will be too. This concludes all old and new business items, so I will now hand the floor back to Kevin for our Q&A.
Thank you, Miranda. It's time now to open the floor to general questions. You are invited to email us questions in advance or to pose any ones that you might have in the chat panel of this meeting platform. Due to time constraints, we may not be able to address all questions. Should we run out of time, or if your question is specific or confidential in nature, we'll reach out to you offline to ensure that your questions are answered. So our first one, I think I'm going to pose to Miranda. It says, I recently purchased a late model car at a local dealership. I signed loan papers with another bank, but I was wondering if you could beat my rate. If so, how does your loan refinance process work?
So Kevin, real quick, I do see a couple people asking about people on the phone being able to ask questions.
Yes, I see that.
So I should be able to unmute. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can unmute. I'm trying to see if there's a way to unmute callers. But I will answer this question while I look around here. So we would love the opportunity to look at refinancing someone's vehicle loan that they would have financed to the dealer or elsewhere. Most of the time we do have lower rates than the local banks, especially if they're going through the dealerships. Members can apply online. You can apply through your account if you have a login. If you don't, there's also under product or under rates, there's an option to apply for a loan without logging in. You can come into the credit union and sit down with at either one of our branches at North Olmsted or here in Painesville. Sit down with any one of our loan officers, and they would be more than happy to help you. Or they can always call in over the phone, and we'll, we do applications over the phone all the time. Really, we just need to know the make and model and maybe the mileage of the car, and pull credit and get an application started and see if we can help them save some money.
Outstanding. Thank you, Miranda. Next question. Someone told me that I can use your mobile app to deposit checks without having to visit a branch. How does that work, and what is the fee? I'll take a shot at that. Yes, indeed. We now offer mobile check deposit on our smartphone app. It basically allows you to take a picture of a paper check and deposit it via the app. With regard to the fee, what is it? It's totally free. So before you use it for the first time, though, you will have to request access through our mobile app. But there is, in fact, a video that shows you how it all works on the main page of our website. So check it out. It's really a great tool, and it's a true time saver. So thank you for that question. Next one, it says, I teach high school PFL. I'm going to presume that that's personal financial literacy. And I was wondering if the credit union would be interested in presenting financial education content to my students, either in person or virtually. Take a stab at that as well. The answer is indeed a resounding yes. We do this kind of thing all the time at all levels, from K through 12, completely free of charge. As Miranda mentioned, we're really in our third year of a student branch program at Madison High School, where we're teaching students how to manage a checkbook using, actual money. So we tend to cover a wide range of topics when we do these kinds of things, from budgeting to understanding credit to fraud and identity theft protection. And as Miranda touched upon, we also offer a free online financial literacy curriculum to high school teachers and their students, of course, through the award-winning Bonsai platform. So I'd be happy to follow up with you this week, but would also love to invite any other interested teachers. Contact us at the credit union to explore how we can work together. Thank you for that question. I do have one last written question thus far, and I'll pose it to Miranda. It says, this spring, we'll be in the market to purchase our first home. When should we be talking to you about a mortgage?
So we do home equities in-house. Sarah is our home equity loan officer. If it's to purchase a first mortgage, we do partner with Member Mortgage Services. They're in Michigan. And a mortgage loan can take 30 to 45 days to close. So, depending on when someone's interested to go shopping, they can always get pre-approved. We do have a pre-qual tool that's offered through Member Mortgage Services, and that allows members to put in some information and see where they would be qualified without actually applying. And they can actually get a pre-approval letter. It is only good for a few days, but that tool does allow them to see what they would qualify for without actually even applying for credit. So that's a nice way if you're not sure where you stand on what you would be approved for as an option to go with. And I do apologize. I know, somebody asked in the chat about people on the phone. I cannot figure out how to unmute the people on the phone, so we do apologize for that. I'm still looking into it, but if anybody does have questions, they can post it in the chat if you are logged in from a computer.
Thank you, Miranda. So I do see no other written questions. And once again, if for whatever reason you do think of a question and we're unable to address it, we'll catch up with you offline for that. So because I don't see any at this time, I will be officially requesting the adjournment of the meeting. So I will now concede the floor to our board president, Ms. Marianne Bittner, for the honors.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. We thank you for your attendance at the meeting this evening. And since there's no further business to come before the meeting, I declare our Lake County Educational Federal Credit Union 66th Annual Meeting adjourned. And the time is 6:29.
Outstanding. Thank you very much. And thank you all for going well out of your way to spend time with us this evening. Never forget that the credit union belongs to you, and it's a profound privilege for us to serve the education community in the spirit of people helping people. Now, as promised, it is now time for the highlight of the meeting, our annual prize drawing. Please allow me to introduce to you our operations manager, Josh Seligman, who will be conducting the prize drawing.
Hello, everybody. All right, hello everyone, and thank you again for joining us tonight. So tonight's drawing will be done live. There are 4 $50 cash prizes. These will be deposited directly into the winner's accounts, and 3 $10 Amazon gift cards. Staff and board are not eligible to win. It looks like there's a total of 140 members who registered either online, in the branch, or on the phone. We had a last minute few registrations all the way up to a few minutes before the meeting. So I'm glad to announce that, we're trying to add everybody that we possibly can. On the screen is a random number generator. I have it set to pull a random number between 1 and 140. Once it pulls a number, I'll compare it to the registration list to declare a winner. So without further delay, let's start the drawing for the first $50 prize. So it looks like 39. And Deborah Alexandru. So Deborah Alexandru has won the first $50 prize. Congratulations, Deborah. And then next, let's pull a number for the second $50 cash prize. All right, and we have 25. 25 on our list is James Palinch. And I apologize in advance if I'm mispronouncing anybody's name. So James Palinch, congratulations. You've won the second $50 cash prize. And then let's see if we can find a winner for the third $50 cash prize. All right, it looks like 45. And number 45 is Crystal Holmes. Crystal, congratulations. You won the third $50 cash prize. Let's see if we can get a higher number. Yet again, this is random, so 31. All right. So this will be our last $50 cash prize. And then James R. Carcarth II. Congratulations. You won the last $50 cash prize. And now let's pull for the Amazon gift cards. There are 3 $10 Amazon gift cards. We will contact the winners afterwards and see how they would like these prizes. So they can either be mailed out or picked up at a branch of their choice. 35. William Dilly, congratulations. And now let's find a winner for that second $10 Amazon gift card. Number 70. All right, and that's Dolores Morrison. Congratulations, Dolores. You won the second Amazon $10 Amazon gift card. And then finally, we reach our last prize of the evening. Let's see which lucky member will win the last $10 Amazon gift card. And it looks like number 15. And that is Amy Spiceman. Congratulations, Amy. You've won the last $10 Amazon gift card. All right, well, everyone, thank you again for taking the time to join us tonight. This concludes our evening, and the meeting will end once we are finished. If there's any additional questions, please either email us or call during regular business hours. And again, everyone, thank you again, and have a good night.
Thank you, everyone.